Okay, sixth grade, our objective is to talk about wholesale and retail prices more using the proportion method that we did yesterday. So we're still talking about that percent increase, percent decrease, but now in the aspect of wholesale, retail, as well as getting a discount on something. So there's much more application to it today, which I like because you can see really when you'll use it. Okay, so random warm-up. I'm going to start throwing up some PSSA problems up here instead of just what we learned the previous day. So number one is a stem and leaf plot. So a quick reminder of what a stem and leaf plot is. Okay, these are the stems, these are the leaves. Okay, you are always given a key. It does not have to be that the key is equal to a whole number. It could be a decimal. Okay, it could be something in the hundreds, in the thousands. It does not have to be just like this. But just so happens to be, that's what the key is for this one. So I'm going to point to this number. Can you guys just all tell me at once, what number is this? Okay, what's this? What's this? Okay, good. You get the point? Okay, now, something else that I wanted to go over from the cumulative exam, I don't know why, but a third of you maybe keep mixing some of these up. So let's just do a quick review of that. What is mean? Who can tell us? Adam? Good. Mean is the average. So how do you find it, Adam? Good. Does anyone remember the symbol for mean? We learned about it in chapter 1, long time ago, I feel like. Emma? Good. X, no, not with, you said with a 1? Good. With a line. Good. All right. What is the median? In your own words, how do you find it? Briar? Perfect. So what if there's an even set of data points? What do you do? Alini, it's right there. Nope. They're not both. I mean, technically they are both medians, but you still have to find the actual median. Justin? Good. Add them, divide by 2. So if there is an even set of data points, keep counting over like Briar said, but take those two middlemost numbers, add them, divide by 2. Emma H? If they're the same number, but that doesn't always happen. You know what I mean? That's kind of. All right, and then in your own words, what is the mode? Annalise, what is the mode? Good. The number that occurs most often. And what's the range? Zach, what's the range? Perfect. Okay, Charles, what did you get for the mean? Good job. Mary, what did you get for the median? Good. Briar, what did you get for the mode? Good. 28 and 3. Are there allowed to be 2 modes? Yep. There could be no mode. There could be 1 mode. There could be more than 1 mode. Okay. Donatus, what's the range? Perfect. Questions on that part? It's a nice review for PSSAs. Emma? What are you asking about? For which one? You're saying you got all these wrong? I don't know what you... How to read them? Oh, how to add them. Okay. You would do 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 12 plus 14 plus 17 plus 28 plus 28. You with me? Plus 30 plus 31 plus 33 plus 42, 44, 46. No. They're all different numbers. 40, I just didn't feel like saying it all. It's because it takes too long. 42 plus 44 plus 46 plus 30 plus 31 plus 33 plus 28 plus 28. You don't remember this from last year? These are all different numbers. Every single one of these. Divide by how many there are for the mean. Yeah, when you add them up, it's one number, but that you only use that to find mean. Are you confused on how to find these? Is that okay? You're just confused on reading this. Okay. I'm not sure what else to say. Can you ask me a different way? What else is still confusing? Yeah. They're all separate. They're all separate numbers. They're all separate numbers. Don't ever think of them as one number. That's why you're getting confused. They are all separate. Are you sure? Okay. Annalise? Go ahead. Yep. It's the stem. Yeah. Yeah, but she's asking if it's all one number. I understand what you're saying. Anyone else on number 1? And if you think of anything else, let me know. Okay. Number 2, find the area. So the easiest way to have done this was to take each triangle, find the area, take the rectangle, find the area, and then add them all up. So Matt, what did you get for the area of the triangle? Good, 4 inches squared, and that's for each of them. Doug, what did you get for the area of the rectangle? Good, so 30 inches squared. So Mary, total area is what? Good, so total area is 38 inches squared. Correct. Sean? Yeah, yes. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. If you have a figure where things are kind of like connected to it, I say yes, find the area of each figure, and we're going to get to this in chapter 10, and then add them all together. And I actually think I'm going to go to chapter 10 with you guys next because you need a lot of that for PSSAs. It's a lot of stuff like this, but harder. And then I'll save 8 and 9 for the end of the year. All right, anyone else on this warm-up? Okay, let's go to the warm-up from your notes, K and L. This is a good warm-up practice from yesterday. So who can explain what we talked about yesterday? Just in a sentence or two. Justin? Good. How to find percent increase and decrease. What's the formula that we always used? In other words, what's the proportion that we always used yesterday? Doug? Okay. Don't put your hand up if you don't know. Or did you just forget? Charles, what's the proportion? Good, so explain it. What's the A, what's the B, what's the P? Increase or decrease? But what do we do with the A, though? How do we find the A? When we have, like, I don't know, from $90 to $120, how do we find the A? Briar? Yeah. Well, no. How do you know what to put in for A? Sean, help him out. Yep. Yep. The A is the difference between the amounts. Jackie, you can just put that on my desk. Thank you. All right, so starting with letter K, we need someone to tell us the proportion that they used. Thank you. Do I need to sign that? Okay, make sure you come up at lunch to finish that, okay? Oh, you did? Okay, thank you. Chloe, did you finish? Okay, just throw that on my desk. Okay, Justin, proportion. Yep. Good. When there's an increase, don't forget you're adding it to 100%. When there's a decrease, you're subtracting it. Okay, so Emma M., what did you get for the amount of people? Okay, I don't want you to have a fraction of a person. So what would you round to? I would say in 2, because it's 0.68. Round to the nearest person. Sounds kind of odd. Yeah, who knows, right? All right. Letter L, Alyssa. Excuse me, your proportion. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so Donatus, what did you get when you solved? $12.30. Raise your hand if you got both of those right. Okay, good. So you guys still feel good with yesterday's lesson? Okay. Any questions for me on the warm-up? Annalise, were you going to ask me something about it, but now you're okay? which means it's congruent. Good. Okay. All right, let's go over homework. 7.5, we're just going to fly through the answers, and then we'll come back to questions. Okay, so 7.5 homework, and make sure when you tell me the answer, let me know whether it's an increase or a decrease. Okay, Doug, we're starting with you, number 1. Good. Justin, number 2. 50 what? Good. Just didn't hear you. Can you guys see the screen in the back, or is that too light? You see it? Okay. All right, Alyssa, number 3. Yes, I just can't read my writing. Is it a 4 or a 9? Okay. Maybe you can't read your writing either. Okay. 79. My writing is a little messy on that one. Percent increase. Number 4, Matt. Good. Donatus, number 5. Well, let's see. Yeah, that's not right. More than that. Yeah, Emma M, number 5. Good. Increase. Adam, number 6. Good. Mary, number 7. Charles, number 8. Annalise, number 9. Number 10, Sean. Number 11, Briar. Perfect. Number 12, Zach. Doug, number 13. Number 14, Justin. You guys are doing very well. Matt, number 15. What'd you do, subtract? I'm just messing with you. All right. I'm glad you realized that. Let's not do that on your quiz on Thursday. Justin? Good. Everyone else knows increase means add. We good? Okay. All right, 16, Emma M. All right, 17, Donatus. Did you subtract like Matt? Oh, sorry, whatever. Yeah. Did you? Oh, geez. Okay. So kind of like a Matt. Kind of like a map at the opposite. Adam, 17. Good. 18, Alyssa. Good. Emma H, 19. Say that again. Good. Charles, number 20. Good job. You could also have 0.6 repeating percent, and it is an increase. 21, Mary. Good job. Okay, Annalise, 22A. Perfect. Sean, B. Yep. Briar, C. No. Zach, what'd you get for C? Alyssa? Yeah, Alyssa, can you tell everyone what your proportion was? Perfect. Okay. Questions? Mary? Yep. Yep. No. B would be 9 over 15 equals P over 100. Because it's 24 minus 15. You with me on that? Get sheet this done. Okay. Briar? Oh, okay. Okay. Are you clear, though? Okay. Emma H? Okay. I have 2 answers, hopefully. Good. Okay. Number 1, you should have 152 over 400 equals P over 100. Okay. You just probably forgot that it's always fraction bar equals fraction bar over 100, I'm guessing? Okay. 21. You want me to tell you the proportion? It should be A over 125 equals 388 over 100. Because remember, it's a 288% increase. So you're always adding 100%. If it's a decrease, 100% minus whatever they're decreasing it by. Okay? Okay, Annalise? You sure? No, you don't need to do that because you're finding the new amount. You can put whether it was an increase or a decrease, but you're not finding the percent, so I don't need to know whether the percent's going up or down. You're finding the new amount. You're increasing, like in 13, you're increasing 300 by 54%, so you know that it's going to be a bigger number because you're increasing it. So we know the answer is going to be 462. You don't need to put an arrow. No, you can, but it's not necessary like the percents were. Okay. Doug, did we answer your question? You had your hand up a little bit ago. Okay. Anyone else on the homework? Positive? Okay, so give me a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs down on percent change. You'll definitely see this when you get to the Keystone exam in algebra, so I just want to make sure. What'd you say, Alyssa? I'll explain later in the year. Okay, so let's take our notes out, open up to page 18. While you're doing that, Thursday is definitely going to be your 7-1 to 7-6 quiz. You guys are doing really well. Today we're going to do some more percent applications with the proportion method. You'll actually see today is pretty similar to what we did yesterday. This chapter can be very difficult, but using the same proportion for all different types of problems really helps you. So again, if you're not showing your work with that, please write down your proportion. So if you miss something, it's easy for me to see what you did wrong. Tomorrow will be a review day. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do because it depends on how the lesson today goes. Okay? Alini, not done, right? So put it on my counter back there. I'll put it back in the folder. Make sure you come up at lunch, okay, Alini? Okay. All right, so 7-6A is where we're starting here, okay? We need to start with actually, yeah, let's start with the warm-up here together. Okay, we already talked about the whole merchandise of wholesale and retail, so we're not going to read that whole paragraph there since we talked a lot about that the past couple days. We're going to go right to the first bullet, okay? Above where it says examples, I want you to write this down, okay? A over B equals P over 100, okay, is still going to be the same thing that we talked about for the second formula yesterday. So above where it says example, you're on page 18, okay? I want you to write this down. New amount over original equals percent over 100. New amount over original equals percent over 100. In regards to retail and wholesale, which one of those is original? In regards to retail and wholesale, which one of those is original? Annalise? Yep, wholesale. Wholesale price is always what the stores buy something at. It's the price they get it at, which is going to be a much better price than the retail. So you're going to have to use your common sense in these problems and read the context, of course, and then figure out, well, what's the original, okay? The percent might be something that they're increasing. It might be something that they're decreasing. We are applying in this lesson everything we've learned so far in this chapter. So make sure you're with me today. Adam? Yeah. Yes, my mom does that. Yes. And I will tell you this as well. This is going to sound really weird, but you can buy your own cow, not a live cow. Like instead of getting meat at the store, you can get it from a farm. I do that. Not only is it cheaper, but it's healthier. And I don't eat much meat, but when I do, if I make meatballs or whatever, it's not processed. Is that what you said? It's much better. They're grass-fed cows. This is a complete side note. So, no, it's called Burns Angus Farms. It's where the Amish live. It's like 45, 50 minutes north, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Okay, so all these side notes, hold on, hands down. But the comment there is, it's true. If you buy your food directly from a farm or directly to the person that raises it, grows it, depending on what we're talking about here, yes, it's going to be cheaper. There's who just brought this up? Yes. Yes, yes. But hold on. I want you to learn more in this class than just math, so it's a good side note, okay? It's not like you're not learning something. So yes, good point. Yes, yes. Okay, yes. All right, hands down. Okay, shh. Okay, does everyone have this formula written down? Okay, Mary, we're going to hold on that, okay? All right, let's do some problems. And then at the end of class, we'll talk more about that because it does interest me. All right, no, just the whole farm thing too, the healthy eating thing. Okay, that's a different story. Okay, a street vendor buys hats. Back to our boring math problems. A street vendor buys hats from a manufacturer for $10. Okay, the vendor marks up the price by 120%. What is the retail price? Write down what you think the correct proportion is. Don't go any further. Just write down what you think the correct proportion is. We've done enough of these that you should be able to do this. Donatus, you write it down? Sorry. Question, or let me check. Okay, so proportion. Alyssa, what do you think? Good. Tell us why you put 220. Perfect. It's an increase. All right, solve using cross products. What is the retail price? That's what we're looking for. Briar, what'd you get? You should be solving this. Take your calculator out. Or are you doing it in your head? Okay, go ahead. Good. $22. Okay, questions? You guys understand how this is new amount over original equals percent over 100? Give me a head nod. You guys with me? Okay. All right, next one. Find the retail price, oh, this is really interesting, of a collectible figurine, my grandma would like this, with a wholesale cost of $12 that is marked up 75%. My grandma likes to go to garage sales and find things that are collectibles. She has this collectible book. Any of your grandparents do that? Maybe it's just my grandma. I call her my nanny. She just must like that. Emma? Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, hold on, Justin. Okay, so we need our proportion here. If the wholesale cost of the figurine is $12, it's marked up 75%. What's the proportion, Mary? Okay, I'm going to do A over 12 equals 175 over 100. What's wrong? 12 is the wholesale. You okay, Adam? All right, good. It's being marked up. Okay, so use cross products and solve. Zach, what did you get? Use cross products. What'd you say, Zach? Just do 12 times 175 and then divide by 100. Okay, do you know how to solve? You okay? Okay. Everyone okay with cross products? Maybe I shouldn't assume that. Okay. All right, let's go to letter B. Okay, letter B. So we're going to skip that paragraph. We talked about that yesterday. Okay, a pair of jeans that originally cost $42 is 25% off. Find the sale price. So this one's slightly different because it's a discount. How do we set up our proportion besides the whole skeleton thing? Briar, what do you think? Awesome. So explain why are we trying to find the new amount again? Mary, why? Yeah. So we know the original price. When we buy it, we're getting it on sale. Okay, this pair of jeans. So we're trying to find the sale price, which is the new amount. That's why new over original equals P over 100 always works. Okay, use cross product, solve. Raise your hand when you have it, so I'm not going too fast for you guys. Whoa. Wow, I like this. All right, all at once. Go ahead. All right, this side of the room is a little delayed. A little faster next. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Good job. I'm just kidding. Questions on that one? All right, you guys are really good at this chapter. Typically, this chapter is a hard one. All right, next one. All right, Mason buys a suit that is on sale for 20% off the original price of $180. What is the sale price? Annalise, we need the proportion first. Okay, good. Now let me give you guys a second. Again, when you get it, put your hand up. I'll have everyone tell me. Okay, what is it? Okay, good. Some of you are fast, some of you. Okay, good. So $144. Make sure you have your units on there. Questions? Okay, flip over. We need to talk about sales tax and tip, which we've kind of already talked about tip a little bit. Let me just shut that off for a minute. Okay. Yeah, that would. Okay, so sales tax and tip, okay, they are calculated using a percent of the purchase price. Well, yeah, common sense. These amounts are then added to the purchase price. So there's always a question of, well, when do I tip? Do I tip the original amount or the taxed amount? Have you guys heard of that? Not really. But if you think of it like the correct way is you should tip the amount without the tax, but it doesn't matter. Like when I'm at a restaurant, I just look at the amount, and I typically, like Charles said, I typically just give them the tip based on the whole amount. But your book does it where you tip the amount before tax. Now, we're not going to get into that much of a detail with this, but I figured that might come up in discussion. Donatus? Okay. What was the total amount? Oh, you gave a pretty good, wait, you gave the tip, the whole bill to be a total of $5, or you tipped them $5? So how much was your tip? Okay, but I thought you said your bill was $450. Okay, okay. You confused me for a second. Gotcha. Okay, I'm a math teacher though. All right, so Sheldon, question or comment? Go ahead. Yeah. I'm getting there. Getting there. Okay. So let's start with bullet 1, okay? So we decided to go to Outback Steakhouse for math class, okay? Our bill is $46, which is way too cheap. Find the total cost of the meal if the sales tax is 7%, okay? Okay. Okay, so we're going to make the sales tax 7%, okay? Now, we still need to set up a proportion, okay, based on tax. Would this be an increase or a decrease? Mary? Good, it's an increase. So our proportion would be A over 46 equals what over 100 if the tax is 7%? Annalise? It's an increase. 107. If you put 7, that means it's a decrease. That's doing it without the proportion method. That's doing that's just multiplying. Yeah, but I prefer that if you take 46 times 1.07, it's quicker. Okay, but you can do whatever you want. This is just using the proportion method. Okay, either way, what is the total amount after tax? Alyssa? Good. So $49.22 gets you to your answer. It's the total amount of your bill after tax. Questions on that one? Just figuring out which one I want to do next here. Okay. Let's look at the second bullet and just talk about it for a second here. Okay. What would be the tip if you were a good server, if you were an excellent server? Do you guys remember our discussion on this? What we kind of decided for good versus excellent, Justin? Yeah, it was either 10 and 15 or 15 and 20. You guys can put whatever you think. If it was me, I would do 15% or 20%. They work hard. I feel they deserve it. I mean, sometimes some people, that's their job. So to me, if they're good, they deserve 15%. If they're really good, they should get 20. I don't go out to dinner a ton, so to me, it's worth it. That's the etiquette I would use. Emma? Okay, real quick. This should be a question, not a comment.
So they sat us down and we got our drinks. It took us an hour and a half for them to come back with our drinks. So my dad started swearing at the lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then all they did was meal for them.
Yeah, well, better than nothing, right? Okay, next bullet. What would be the cost of the entire meal if you had an excellent server? So let's go from the aspect, I know we probably all don't agree on this, but let's go from the aspect of 20% is going to be our tip. What would be the proportion for us to find our entire bill, okay, for the tip, okay, if we had an excellent server? So we're just adding the tip on. Doug? Okay. Okay, so this is just adding the tip on, not the tax. Okay, we're going to get to that in the next problem. So if you solve this, this is the total amount, okay, with the meal and the tip. Yeah, right now we're just going to do it with, you're right, but right now we're going to do it just with the tip. So what would you get, Mary? Good. 55, 20. Okay, so now let's do another proportion. If I can move this. Let's do the entire meal. So what would change if we're finding the cost of everything? Charles, what would change? Where'd you get 49.2? Oh, okay, you went back to that. Okay, we can do it that way. Okay, equals? Not 20. Okay, good. So that's one way. What's another way? Sean? Good. Tell me where you got the 127, Sean. Yep. Yep. Perfect. So either proportion, what do you get as your total price? Matt, what'd you get? Did you guys all get that? I have a different answer, but I think that I used a different percent. Okay, hold on. No, 59.6 is for the first one. That's why. Gives you a different answer for the second one. I'll explain why. You get 58.42 for the second one. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, why are they different? I had a feeling that would happen. There's a reason, and I'll tell you what method I always use and the method your book uses. Doug, why are they different? No. Something's no. Okay, Matt. Yep. Perfect. Okay, good. The one in blue is tipping and taxing on the original. So you tipped and taxed on the original price. This one is you're tipping on the taxed amount. This is actually a good discussion. So I'll say that again. This is tipping and taxing on the original amount. This one in red is giving your tip on the taxed amount. On a test, I don't care which way you do it because this is opinion based. However, your book and I always do it this way. But I wanted to bring this up. This is a good discussion for today. You see how close the amounts are? It doesn't matter, but I think it's easier to keep the original amount here, add your tax and tip for for your percent, and then find the new amount. Again, opinion-based. Give me a head nod. Do you understand the difference between these two? Okay, Mary, is this a question? That's fine. You're doing it differently. That's fine. Annalise? It's very different. Correct. That's why they're different. Yep. Briar? The average of what? But what are you finding the average of? These? The answers? No, 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 don't do that, because that doesn't really mean anything. Okay, let's look at the closing here, and then I think I want to do a few more examples. Okay, closing, just so we can clarify that. It says, okay, the bill for a family's meal at Quaker Steak and Lube in Cranberry is $68. They leave a 15% tip, and the sales tax is 7%. What is the total cost of their meal? Now listen. I want you to do this based on the tip and tax are from the original amount. I want you to set up the proportion. You're doing one proportion. Tip and tax are both based on the original amount. Okay, I want you to set up your proportion and then stop. That's fine if you did. I just want to make sure everyone's proportions are right. Okay, Mary, tell us your proportion. Good. Raise your hand if you had that. Okay. Answer. Sean. And what? Good. Perfect. It would help if I wrote the two. Questions on that one? Matt. Let's hold off on that. No. Thank you for being... Go ahead. Hurry up. Okay. Okay. Well, that wasn't very nice. Oh, geez. All right. Flip over to page 20. Excuse me. I want to do, I think, two more examples. Yeah, I think two more. All right. Flip over to page 20. Look at example A, bullet point 1, where it says a store marks up the wholesale price of a printer by 80%. The retail price is $120. What is the wholesale price? Write down what you think the proportion is, please. This one's a little tricky. Well, not tricky, a little different. If you think you're confident, or if you are confident, you can solve. Nope. Close. Okay, we're going to have to talk about this one. No, that's not right. No. What's your answer, 29? No. All right, let me, hold on. Okay, someone tell us this side of the proportion. Sean, this side. Okay, tell me why 120 goes on the top. Yeah. Good. You need to find the wholesale price. The wholesale price is the original. They gave you the retail. Your homework's going to be like this tonight, so you got to make sure you're thinking. What goes here? Emma, what goes here? Good. Why 180? Yeah, it's marked up by 80%. This is the retail. We need to find the wholesale. Emma H? Go for it. Perfect. Annalise, do you have a question, or are you going to give the answer? Yeah, you can keep the hat there. It should be there, but yeah. Is that one so easy? You okay? Okay. All right. Let me do one more. Hold on. Okay, flip over to page 21. Look at the first bullet that says a store advertised 20% off all camping equipment. The sale price of a sleeping bag was $99.20. What was the original price? Write down your proportion, please. When you guys get it, just put your pencil down or just sit there for a second. Yeah, just the proportion. I want to make sure we talk through it. Okay, Doug, what's your proportion? Matt? Yeah, you're good. Raise your hand if you had that. Okay. Who can explain? Why is it set up like that? Briar? Good. This is the sale price, which is the new amount. You need to find what it was before it was on sale. Emma? Yes, that'd be great. Awesome. Okay, so this is probably one of the harder sections in the chapter. It should be. Everyone's okay? Okay. So open up your homework packet to 7.6. Annalicia. And then divide by 80. The answer was 124. Alyssa, you okay? Okay. Is everyone okay with that problem I just flew through? Yeah, it's money. Anytime it's money, round it to the nearest cent. Alrighty, so okay, no, you're gonna do all. Guys, it's not gonna take you that long. These are quick. Okay, no complaining. You have a whole math class period to work on these. All right, hold on. Open it back up. Okay, so listen, for everyone, I need to see your proportion. Doug, you listening? You hear me? Adam? I need to see your proportion. If I don't see your work tomorrow, you're not getting credit for homework. I need to see your work. Okay, don't tell me you did it on the calculator. It doesn't count. For number 12 and 13, please put the sales tax and tip together. Okay, add them together first. So for example, number 12 would be A over 55 equals 126 over 100. Add the sales tax and tip together. Remember, you typically tip the original and tax the original. Okay, and then, now this shouldn't take you too long. There's a couple problems like that where you mush them together. We will do more practice with this tomorrow, like the first part of class, and then we'll review the second part. Emma. Yeah, so do you want me to say that again? So like number 12, your proportion would be A over 55 equals 126 over 100. Does that make sense? Okay, is everyone clear on the homework? Okay, you can get packed up. Anyone else have any farm or cow stories? Briar?